Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Josh Does Coding. Today, we're going to be doing another episode of Blueprint 101, where we'll be looking at GetActorForwardVector. So, to start off, like normal, I've just created an empty actor blueprint, which we are going to use. So, let's take a look at the node itself. GetActorForwardVector. So first off, you can see it takes in a target. By default, this will be self. If you're trying to get the forward vector of a different actor, you would plug it into the target. The return value is the forward vector. So the forward vector is essentially the direction that the player is facing, the direction in front of the player. An example of when you might want to use this is if you are trying to spawn something, however many units in front of the player. Say you have like an energy shield that you can spawn in front of the player. You'd want to know which way the player is facing and spawn it in front of him. So let's actually show a demonstration of how to do this. So we can just get event tick, and we will print. We will do a print string for the forward vector. And this is a very simple node to use. Once you know what it is, it's extremely useful. And we will demonstrate this. We'll add a cube to this actor just for a visual. We can throw this cube in here. So, when we begin play, you can see that it is printing. It is facing the x-axis. And what I'll actually do here is simulate instead of play. So you can see by default it is completely rotated along the x-axis. It has no other rotation. It is facing directly forward along the x-axis. Now if we rotate it, you can see, well, now its forward vector is, it's looking, at an angle. So the forward vector is now having an x and a y. If we rotate it even further, so 90 degrees, now it is looking straight along positive y. It is not looking at any angle. It is just along y, no x, no z. And again, if you rotate it, well, now we're turning behind the player's starting position. We're turning negative in the world. This is, if you place an actor in here, it would be in a lower x location. For example, if we lower this, this is negative in the world. So therefore, the player is now facing negative x, while still facing positive y. And of course, if you rotate it completely 180 degrees, it'll be 100%. He is facing straight along the negative x-axis. And of course, you can do this for negative y as well. So again, the reason this is very useful is that we could say, do something like this. On begin play, we will say GetActorForwardVector. And what we'll do is we'll multiply this. We will multiply this by a float. And we'll say multiply this by 200. So remember, when we were facing straight ahead of us, we had 1 in the x-axis. That means we were facing positive in the x-axis, but we don't want to spawn a object at 1 in world space, or so it'll just be at 1, 0, 0, and that's not where we want it. So what we can do, a practical example of how we would use this, is, I'll just get this event tick out of the way, is we will get our actor location. We will then do a add. So we'll do a vector plus a vector. We'll get our forward vector. We'll multiply it by 200, and we will add it to this get actor location. So essentially, this outputting vector is our actor location plus 200 units in front of us. So now, if we just do a spawn actor, we'll have to make another actor here quickly. I'll just call a spawn actor. And we'll throw a sphere in here for a visual. There we go. All right, so now when we come back here, the class will be spawn actor. And the transform, we can split it and just throw in a location. Now on begin play, you'll see when we start the game, it spawns a sphere 200 units in front of the forward vector. You can see if we pull it back from 520 to 320, it is right inside of it. And of course, we can rotate it however we want, so it's now at an angle. Once again, when we run it, it will spawn 200 units in front of the player. So forward vector is something you're going to run into a lot in game development, especially gameplay programming. So it is something that I recommend you get used to and learn how to use. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Also, leave a comment down below on a function you would like to see next. Be sure to subscribe to keep up with the videos. Have a good day, guys, and good luck with your games.